Hello, Ms. Masu. Welcome
Bonjour.
to Shanghai again.
Thank you.
Although you come from France, but most people think you look like Chinese because a special Asian Chinese classical temperament can be found in your look and in your manner. What do you think of that?
I'm very often told in Europe that I look a little bit Asian.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. I love it. I don't know where from though, because I don't know if I have any family that come from Asia, but that's a compliment. I take it as a compliment, you know.
I think this is the third time for you to come to China. I know you're very interested in Chinese culture, right?
Actually, I love to come here. It's too short every time, but I've come 3 times in Shanghai, in Beijing once, Hong Kong a little bit, Chengdu as well. Chengdu. Yeah, I'm sorry for the pronunciation. I'm not familiar yet with the language. No, I mean, it's such a civilization, you know. It's so rich. I mean, culturally speaking, there's so much to know, to learn, to see. It's a huge country, so I would need, you know, to come here to make a movie, for example, and spend a few weeks here, and maybe I'll have time to know more about it.
You know, most Chinese people didn't get the chance to appreciate your movie until 1990s. So we can only learn about you and your story from some picture or articles in some movie and magazines. But you still become a very, very popular star in China. So I think it's a miracle. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I do think so too. Yeah, China has been closed for, you know, so the European culture or American culture, it's difficult to get into your place, you know, you're very exclusive. So I'm kind of proud and happy that I'm part of the ones that have been introduced in here. What people get from me, it's what I give them. There is no differences, there is no misunderstanding. It's really straightforward, the relationship, I think.
I know you are very interested in Chinese film and even mentioned some Chinese actor or actress, or Jackie Chan, Jiang Wen, and Zhang Ziyi. Do you have a plan to cooperate with a Chinese director?
I would love. Yeah. I really would love that. I would love to come in China and do a movie here. I mean, you're a great country of cinema, definitely, and more you are exporting your movie now all over the world. It's so much appreciated in France, in Europe, and in America too, more and more. It's great. I mean, it's so interesting, and you have great talents. So I don't like when things stay too much local, you know, and that would be a great experience. Yeah.
1980年，14岁的苏菲玛索从7000名少女中脱颖而出，获得了自己的第1个银幕角色——电影《初吻》中那个青春萌动的小女孩薇卡。这是一次极其漂亮的处女秀，苏菲将属于青春期少女的纯真、反叛、情窦初开以及一点点早熟都表演得十分精准，甚至让人有点迷惑，苏菲到底是在扮演维卡，还是她自己干脆就是维卡。
I think a part has to look like you a little bit because you have to identify yourself in a part. But I think the part also changes according to who is acting it. I think Victoire Berreton, she's a little bit me and I'm a little bit her, and together we are that third person who is this character. In my life, I was not Victoire Berreton, but at all. I come from another life. I was a different little girl. But I think she taught me to evaluate, and I think I taught her also. I gave her different eyes, I think. I think Victoire Berreton at the beginning was more like a little happy, unconscious person that was really like always kind of frivolous. But if they have chosen me, I think it's because they wanted something more kind of sad or deep or dark, you know? Because I think teenagers also have this darkness or this sadness, this questioning about life and love and everything, and it's heavy, it's important. So, voila, that was the mixture of what I was and what she was.
This movie will make you suddenly jump into the adult world. So you must have lost a lot of valuable things for little girls, such as a joy and friends in childhood. Do you feel regretful for that?
No, that would be bitter to feel regretful. I think it has opened lots of doors. Without cinema, I wouldn't have traveled. I wouldn't have even opened my own doors. You know, I think it really made me aware of what I was, what I want to accomplish. So I have no regret. You cannot have everything. You have to make a choice when there are others. So, yeah, it's true. I didn't really.
They get something, you lose something.
Yeah, you have to lose something to get. The bad thing is when you lose and you don't get anything in exchange. You know. But if you lose and you gain something else, it's great. So, yeah, I'm very happy with what happened to me.
I found after Le Bon, you tried to play different kinds of roles in different movies, even the character is not so welcoming. So I guess you're someone who doesn't like to repeat yourself, right?
Yeah, probably. It's really, you know, it's very spontaneous. When I choose a part, I read it, I like it or not. There's no lots of, you know, brainstorming. No. I'm just, I go for it. And after I think, but it's too late already.
So when you try to understand them and relieve them, is there any influence on your philosophy and the attitude to your life?
To me, it's just very interesting. It's like being a doctor. It's like understanding how a body works, how the heart makes your blood flows, and you know, it's very almost scientific in a way. And also then you make your own choice, your philosophical choice, and you choose to be on this side rather than on this side. But human nature is made with everything, bad and good sides. So, and acting gives you the opportunity to go both ways without hurting anybody, which is great, because you can be a bad one, but you will never hurt anybody. So, no, I think it's, to me, this job is not by chance. I don't think that had happened to me by chance. I really believe that I was completely made for that, in a way that it really fits how I live and how I am in life.
初吻后的10年间，苏菲选择了一些更加具有挑战性的角色，似乎是用心去摆脱自己的青春形象。1993年，她终于满足影迷愿望，回归青春本色，出演了电影《芳芳》。于是，她在大荧幕上又留下了一个难以磨灭的经典形象。作为法国影星，苏菲玛索真正走上国际舞台的转折点是95年的好莱坞影片《勇敢的心》。只有半部戏份的她，以美丽和深情一下子俘获了全世界的心。但她并没有迷失自己，她对自己的身份保持着清醒认识。
Myself, you know, I've been famous all over the world more because of the French movies I've done than the American movies I've done. So I did one American movie, Braveheart, that was internationally recognized and applauded. I did one English movie, the James Bond, which is also another international passport. But La Boum has traveled even more. Fanfan has traveled even more. Anna Karenina, I can tell a lot of other movies. My passport is myself. Basta. You know, I don't really feel that I have to be a Hollywood person to become more. And I don't want to become more, by the way. I'm a shy person. I don't like to have too much exposure. I never thought I'm going to be famous once in my life. Otherwise, I think I would have stepped backward because I'm kind of afraid of fame and all of this. So my goal is not to be famous. It's not. It's to really go into the human's knowledge, experiment different points of view, working with different people, exploring different universe, different world of thinking. That is my interest, curiosity in life.
Now, in your opinion, what is the culture of French movie?
Oh, that's a difficult question.
Quite difficult to understand.
Yes, quite difficult. But you know, France, it's so contradictory sometimes. We are so many colors. And I think the French identity is looking for itself a little bit. I think we've been making movies for a long time. We had great period of movies in France, the 40, 50, 60, 70. These years were great in cinema. Then it was a little bit different. We were more looking for, because America has become the leader, so everybody was kind of looking on that side of the world. You know, I think the world now is very much interactive, and we live under other people's influence, and the culture also changes because of that. So nowadays, France is resisting. We still make a lot of movies. Some of them are great, little movies. They're not one kind of movies for one kind of people. I believe there are different publics, different tastes, and it's good if cinema fulfill this. It's not just for one main audience. That's great too. I love this idea, but not just that, you know. Some other movies will please a minority of people, but that's great. We should not forget minorities. They're as important as majorities, you know.
Now, in your opinion, what kind of Chinese movie can really be loved and accepted in Europe?
Well, you know, Wong Kar-wai went to Cannes twice. He got a prize, the Palme d'Or. So those movies are totally accepted, appreciated by their originality, difference, style, the way that everything is like exotic for us. So we like it because it's different. So it doesn't have to be a certain way or another way. I think it's just someone's point of view, someone's colors, and we like it, you know. So it doesn't have to look like something specifically Chinese. I don't know what that means, but it is too, because it's different from what we do.
苏菲玛索在中国出名了10几年，但直到21世纪才第一次踏上这块东方土地。2001年，他带着自己的商业大片《卢浮魅影》参加了第5届上海国际电影节，受到热情礼遇。那个时候，他也许意识到自己早该来了。率真的苏菲像个孩子一样，充满好奇，不见丝毫大牌明星的神秘。事实上，苏菲玛索最大的魅力也许就在于真实。
I heard that you, when you stay in Shanghai, you went to Chen Huangmiao Temple to buy some clothes for your son.
Right.
Price 39 yuan.
No, yeah, I tried to get out of hotels and see a little bit around as much as I can. Yeah.
I know you have a special hobby. When you visited a new city, you like to go to a local museum, right? Why?
For many reasons. I love paintings very much, so most of the time is painting museum. I really do, and that's what I'm going to do this afternoon, actually, after I've done my work, because that's a good way to see different things, to meet another culture, to meet different people, and also it gives you a great key about the country where you are. That's my old-fashioned side, you know. I like museums.
Now, you just say you are very shy and afraid of fear. Do you have some special experience to deal with the media?
Well, I've dealt with them so much since I was 13. I had nightmares. They were sleeping in my bedroom, and I was waking up in the middle of the night in my bed thinking that I have to pose for photographers. You know, it was like crazy. But since then, I've calmed myself down, and I deal with them in the appropriate way. As long as people are polite and they don't do anything you are not agree with. I don't like to be chased. I don't like to be filmed or when I don't know or when it's in privacy. You know, I think there's a time for glory and fame and work, and also a time for privacy. So I deal with it okay. I don't cheat. I don't try to be different when I'm in front or behind the camera. That's the most difficult part, because when you're shot, when you are asked questions, you know, it's kind of, you want to be good, you want to say the right thing, and you're like, and so then you can then become someone else. So that's the hard part. It's how to keep yourself as much as you can.
Several years ago, you published your biography, A Woman in Liar. What is the real meaning of the name?
It was not a biography. It was not a biography. It was little novels, little stories, all mixed together. Some of them were very close to my life. Some others weren't. I wanted to. That's why I called it A Woman Who Lies, because I didn't want people to think it's my life, it's my biography, it's exactly. No, I wanted to be free and to mix fiction and reality all together. That's a problem when you're famous, because whatever you say, people think it's the truth, and it's what. No, it's a book. So it can be just stories. It's the place where I really think I can touch the essence of things the most. You know, talking, it's difficult sometimes. You cannot really express what you have in mind. So acting is great, because I believe in emotion. I believe in the body language, you know, the expression of the body. I would love to be a dancer or a rock star, you know, to sing and to express. But everything is limited in a way, you know. So writing, it's for me another way to express and to go deeper in my memory, in my heart, in my brain. To express, to try to make things clear as much as possible. You
wrote your story and filmed it into a movie. Are you proud of that?
Well, it's my life, but I think it's a great life, because it's a life where it's a great therapy. You can express what you usually cannot express. You cannot shout when you are in the metro, or you cannot just be angry, you know, or you cannot just express your happiness and you know, jumping. In movies, you are asked to do that, to show what human beings go through in their life. So in movies, you have to express all those things. And for me, it's a great therapy. Because in life you cannot really. It's like, oh, she's crazy, that girl. You know?
So that's the best way to release yourself.
演而优则写，写而优则导。2002年，苏菲玛索首次编剧并执导了电影长片《对我说爱》，她放弃出演女主角，专心做好导演工作。2007年，她导演的第2部影片《魅影追击》上映。然而这次公众的反应却有些刻薄，影评人对电影的逻辑、场面控制以及镜头运用都提出了批评。才女并不因为美丽而受到眷顾。
Do you care about these negative voices? Do you feel frustrated?
I feel whatever I feel, it will not, I hope, stop me to do what I want to do. I say that because I'm sensitive, to critics and to. But you know, if you listen to everybody, then you don't do anything.
Yes.
That's the whole thing. I realized in my life that everything goes always against. If you have an idea, if you want to do something, there will always be a group of people saying, nope. I want to do, nope. It's like, no. So it's important to keep trying to do things. But yeah, it was, for me, it was a great moment to do this movie, the second one. I was told anyway before that because if it's my second movie, I'm gonna be criticized. It's typical. So, you know, I followed the rule. But the most important thing for me, it's when somebody stops you in the street and say, I saw your movie yesterday and I really loved it. Okay, that's the best of all. And that makes me forgetting all the bad critics.
作为法国的浪漫形象，苏菲玛索的爱情生活也是充满传奇色彩。18岁时，她遇到了大她26岁的波兰裔导演祖拉夫斯基，从此爱得一发不可收拾。为了追求自由的爱情，她不惜与一手栽培她的法国高蒙影业公司打官司，花了100万法郎赎回自己的合约。这段感情给苏菲带来了一个可爱的儿子，但是这段感情却在18年后戛然而止。如今的苏菲有了新的爱人，添了小女儿，幸福而满足。
Now you have a very happy family and a lovely son and daughter. Now, what kind of mother do you think in their eyes? A superstar or a common person but a popular mom?
Yeah, a popular mom would be, but a common person. I really insist in that. I don't want them to, they haven't seen my movies. And I don't really push that either. I really want them to see me as the mother, you know, in the kitchen and in the house and being or you know. Yeah, that's very important because that's the first thing I am for them. It's a mother. I don't want to be a star or an actress for them. That would be terrible. My career is very important, but you know, it's not something I'm going to sacrifice everything for it. No, I don't think it's worth. I would sacrifice things for my kids, yeah, because they're human and they haven't chosen to be born. So I've chosen this, so I'm responsible for that.
Okay, thank you. I feel very happy
Thank
to have
you.
a chance to
Merci.
talk with you.
谢谢。